Hello, this is my day 62 here at UBC, and I'll title this one Storming Continued, because yeah, like my state of mind was like kind of whack. So something I didn't talk about in day 61 was that like I slept really violently. Like I woke up like many times in the middle of the night, like thirsty, but also like just really angry. Like I was fighting some demons. I swear, like usually like you wake like go to bed, you wake up like all right, I slept right now. Like no, like whatever was happening this night, like I was like fighting an entire army or something. Like I don't know, the battles I faced were way too tough. So yeah, like I woke up and like just like all I saw was like red. Yeah, I don't know. It was definitely a interesting night, I guess. Woke up, like recorded the day 61 video and like ran out of time, and like so I just like ran to chemistry and like physics lectures. Like no breakfast, which okay, I guess. It was fine. Chem lecture was like okay. Like it sucks because it's like this we get like questions that we've had in physics before, but then like if you try solving them with like our physics approach, you get like the wrong answers. So like you have to have like a really like distinct mental separation between them. But it was okay. And then I had my physics lecture. That one, well, actually, it's not my physics lecture, but like I was there for a physics lecture. It was quite okay too. The professor came back. Yeah, he was sick, but he could talk at least. And yeah, he came back. It was nice. Majority of the lecture was still a repeat of content I know. I mean, I knew. So yeah, except like I learned something like brand new in that lecture that people had already known, and like I had just like never covered. And it was like efficiency of refrigerators, but it's actually like not efficiency. It's like coefficient of like something. Coefficient of like I forgot that word. See, it's still fresh in knowledge, so it hasn't solidified that much. But yeah, like people knew, and I was like, what? But yeah, other than that, lectures were good. Like I ended lectures, and I was like first of all mentally tired, but like I was really hungry. So like even though I had like a couple apples and a banana during lecture that were just like in my backpack, still I was hungry, right? So I went to Feast instead of Open Kitchen because they typically have better lunch, and I got myself a couple sandwiches. I was like super excited for them. And then like as I was walking to like sit down, I walked past like the soda place, and they had like a booth set up, and it was like called like Italian sodas or something. And I walked back, and like I literally like I did this kind of motion. I hope the camera picks it up well. It's like carrying the plates. I walked past, and then I'm like kind of like walked back, and like I wanted to like see what it was about. They had like syrup and like ice and like soda water there and like garnishes. So basically, you like you can make whatever soda you want for yourself. It was quite fun. I got to feel like a bartender, I guess, and like put in some So I made a couple of drinks. I enjoyed my lunch. It was quite good. I would say the experience was better than the taste, but yeah, it was still like boost of serotonin, I guess. I personally really appreciate like UBC for doing these like small things that like improve morale on campus. I don't know. That's my take on it. Yeah. And after that, I came back and I grinded. I worked on a physics tutorial. So yeah, I skipped physics tutorial in the morning. I guess but like, I really don't have to go to physics tutorial, and B, but there was barely going to be anyone there because a lot of people had the math midterm. They were going to study for it. So like, basically my entire group was not going to show up to physics tutorial. So like, why would I just sit alone? So yeah, I just didn't go either and just got to enjoy some restful sleep. But yeah. And then I took a physics and chem quiz after that. The physics quiz went quite well. I had been talking for a bit that like my knowledge hadn't been solidified, but like the written homework that I had a couple of days ago, and then the tutorial that I had yesterday, all encompassed like basically all the concepts. Like they were big assignments. They took a long time, but they encompassed everything. So actually like it really solidified my knowledge. I like, finally filled out all the equations. Like, so basically a question came up, I'm like, oh, I know, it's this equation. Like I scroll down my notes, find it, bam, bam, like do the problem quite easily. So yeah, physics quiz went by very well. Chemistry quiz, well, I would still say it went by well, but chemistry is a lot more ambiguous than physics. Physics is like math, chemistry is like you have to think. However, like I do think that like I got a big majority of the questions right, like almost all. And there was just one question that was like ambiguous because it had to do with like molecular strength and elasticity, and it was between like linear structures, and basically like the higher the branching, the more elastic the structure is, which makes sense. But then also like if you have double bonds, then the less elastic the structure is because double bonds prevent like rotation within the molecule. It's like a linear molecule can like bend. If it has a double bond, it will just like be rigid until it snaps. And like I had to classify like 3 molecules in like in that order, and like one of the molecules was linear and the other was like branched but had double bonds. And I'm like, well, like so basically the molecule like problem in question was that was branched and had double bonds. I'm like, well, double bonds make it rigid, but the branching make it more fluid. So I'm like, which affects more? And like, I don't know. And so like I did my best with that question, but I like if I was right, cool. If I was wrong, well, like I'm sorry. Like this is too subtle of a question. Like I don't know. Like whenever these questions are always asked, like of the professor, his response is always like, "Ooh, well, that problem's quite subtle. It really depends on a lot of factors." And I'm like, great. So we'll see how I did. Other than that, I don't want to be confident because the last like 2 chem quizzes have been like straight ass. But like, I think I did okay. Like I believe in my answers. Like thinking back on what the questions were, and like, yeah, like, I think I did okay. I don't want to jinx anything. Like, right, like, knock on wood, I guess. But my knowledge was there, so we'll see how I did. And then yeah, after that, like, I was quite hungry, so I went to dinner with some friends. Dinner was fun. I got like myself a burger with like, and then after that I went and I got myself like chicken and rice. The chicken was actually quite good, but like, wow, did I underestimate how filling that would be. So first of all, the burger I had like double patties. There was like a bit of miscommunication. I wanted 2 burgers, but they gave me one with 2 patties, but whatever. So that was filling enough, but I was still hungry, so like I went back for seconds. And like, man, when they gave me my food, they gave me like 5 pieces of chicken. Like the guy, like somebody else that I knew that got the meal, they got like 2 pieces of chicken, right? So they gave me like 5 pieces of chicken and rice, and I'm like, oh, holy shit. So basically, like, my friends saw me just eating their own, and like just like forcing kind of myself. But it was good, so I can't really complain. But yeah, it was definitely a process. It took a while to eat. And then yeah, after that dinner ended, I stepped by a coffee shop, got myself like a London Fog, and came back and watched Jujutsu Kaisen and like drank the tea. Yeah, I don't know, I zoned out for a moment. So yeah, like the reason I titled this video "Storming" again is because, well, first of all, it's because of the very violent night, but like the entire day I was kind of like angry. I don't know how to put it. It's not like I was angry at anyone in particular or like myself or like the world, but it's just like I just felt agitated, I guess. I don't know. It definitely had to do with like the way I slept, but yeah, I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, it's not like the people I was talking to could tell I felt that way, right? Like, it's not like I'm talking to someone like, how dare you be wrong, right? Like, whatever. Like, I talk normally, I act normally, but like inside I'm like, I don't know, I feel like a bull. But yeah, that was kind of my mental state for the day. I do think it helped in some ways, especially with like physics and chem. Like, I was slightly mentally drained at that point. Like, I don't want to say a lot of lectures, but yeah, like I had done a lot of work for the day, and like, but I was able to hone in and like just muscle through the quizzes. So yeah, with that, I don't have much else to talk about. We hit 20 subscribers on day 62, so woo! Channel growth, look at that. It feels good. But also, like, whenever I look at like the average view time, it's like 10 seconds per video. And I'm like, damn. Like people start watching the video, I say, hey, this is my day 57 video. I'm like, all right, I'm done. So yeah, I should make the intro more exciting. Honestly, I don't care that much. This is more fun for me. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. If not, like I said, I always say that's okay. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.